Should I continue renting my home or should I buy? Regardless of market temperature, hot, cold, people are always wondering whether this is the right time to take the leap. Let's break down a few of the economic factors involved in that decision. On average, people move every 7 to 10 years. Assuming you bought a $500,000 house today, putting $50,000 down, or 10%, you'd end up with a loan of $450,000. Typically, houses appreciate 5.5% annually. A typical con to buying a house is the cost of getting started. Let's take a moment to look at how those initial costs break down. In this scenario we're looking at, the buyer, you, can expect to pay $50,000 in down payment. Additionally, the buyer, you, would be on the hook for $10,000 in closing costs, about. Using these projections, in the course of that first year, the buyer, you, can expect to pay upwards of $2,900 in monthly expenses, while the renter pays $2,345. Yes, typically, people pay more in their first year mortgage than they paid in their previous rental situation. Buying a home isn't just about that first year, though. Let's think back to the average American moving every 7 to 10 years. We know that rent increases. On average, it goes up 4.8% every year. That means the rent you pay on day one of this scenario will be much higher at the end of this scenario. On the other hand, mortgage costs go through significantly less fluctuation, giving the buyer a measure of cost certainty. But that's not all the buyer receives. In the scenario we've created, the $500,000 home on day one has appreciated considerably by the end of those 10 years. How much? Try nearly $300,000. By contrast, the renter will have lost nearly $10,000 in the same amount of time. This scenario only looks at simple financial factors. There are numerous additional benefits to buying your next home versus renting. If you would like help looking forward to what owning a home can do for you, get in touch with me today.